Oh, there we go with the orbs again. How do you get rid of these orbs? This light in my way. This light. Alright, let's do it like this. Let's show you the ingredient. What's up? It's your dude Tank Lip. What cooking show wouldn't have the man in a sleeveless shirt? Oh, and a little peep at that. Everyone that looks like this got to eat well, right? So, not that any of this is really healthy. I mean, it's healthy. Oh, it's some nourishment. This orb, these lights. Oh, it's some good food, and the ingredients are manja. But yeah, if you want to lose weight, don't eat this. But if you want to learn how to effectively use the ingredients, and it is what it is, well, then do some shit like I'm about to do. So, Tank Lip cooking show. Why not? Let me show you the ingredients. So we have a leftover honey baked ham. This was like a $65 ham. So you have to understand it was like 8 pounds of ham. There's a lot of ham left. We don't want it to go to waste. We want to eat some for, separately from this casserole, but we can certainly use. There's a lot of ham to pull off there. All right. We've got eggs that we had from baking, and really mostly a full thing of eggs left. Well, there's one egg missing, so we use some eggs. What good casserole doesn't have like some cream soup? So what do we got left? We've got some cream of onion soup. I said 6 cheese, so understand this is a mix here of a blend of cheese, 4 different cheese blends, and then we've got the ricotta cheese, and then we also have feta cheese that was being used for my spinach pie casserole. I've got an unopened thing of feta here, so feta, all right, from Publix. So, whoops, we'll take that out. You can see still sealed. Right there, you can see. All right, vegetable oil, spinach, seasonings. We've got onion powder. We've got paprika, pepper, salt, chipotle, garlic powder. Oh, and a whole can of this fried onion stuff. As you can see, it's still sealed here. Let's hang on a sec. All right, you can see here a whole thing of that. Then we got the baking, the casserole dish there, which I had to clear out a cake. I had baked a cake in this casserole thing, so there was not as much cake left that it needed to be in this. So we've placed the cake that was in that dish now and there. That's some leftover triple chocolate cake. All right. So what will we do? So we'll just seal that up there. Like this. Move that there. So, with some cookies stored in there. Now we got the cake stored in there. So, now I got the, what up, Bryce? We got the casserole dish all cleared up. So that's just to start y'all off with the ingredients. Let me try to get this stupid orb out of my way, trying to block my spotlight with its spotlight. This is ridiculous. What up, Bryce? Bryce, you should fucking come in and get on the live show here. There I am. Hey, sorry, a little orb action competing for the spotlight with the man. What? Oh shit! What is that? This shit is getting. This is starting to look like the picture, the cover photo of the Tank Lip Facebook account. It's actually starting to manifest again. Oh, looks just like it now. Bam, bam. Ooh, and some UFC elbows. Sup, man? I'm out shopping. All right. Hey, next time we'll get you in the video, Bryce. Enjoy your shopping. I should be doing that too, but I'm trying to get effective with my leftovers and ingredients and put it into yet another dish. So I'm gonna film the whole thing. So what we're gonna start with is the onions. We've got some leftover onions. I'm gonna saute these. So we're gonna take the vegetable oil and get it in the pan over here. Yeah, the coughing's not so cool. But what up, Willie? Willie, you should know about this, my fellow cook. All right, so we got the pan with a little oil. All right, we're just gonna heat that up. This light is getting annoying. Hang on, I'm gonna fix the position of the phone here. All right, let's see if we can do something with how we get the orb is still there. Would you believe this light competing with me? This is ridiculous. This is so ridiculous. How do we do this without that stupid light? We got the stove in the background. I gotta like bend down. Hey guys. All right, so we're gonna take the onion. It's basically already cut up. So we're gonna get it in that pan with the oil. Like that. Another baggie of onions. Like that. We're gonna get a knife. And I'm kind of gonna chop these onions up a little bit in the pan. I probably should have used a cutting board, but whatever. All right, so we just cut up the onion in the pan now. Willis, listen, I'm a glutton for seasonings and stuff. So you got like an onion that you're sauteing for like extra flavor. Some people like the consistency. I'm the type of glutton for seasonings that I will actually sometimes even season my onions with onion powder. Go figure. I'm not going to do that today. It's a little redundant, right? But I will season my onion with garlic powder and a little pepper. For some reason, I like doing that. I don't know if other cooks do that, but I do that, and I love how it comes out. So I'm going to do that right at this moment. I'll take a little garlic powder. And get it on the onion, like bam. The salt and pepper for you, okay. That makes more sense and is more practical, Willis. But I have not always made a lot of sense. All right, some pepper for what you just suggested. And Willis, I wasn't gonna do this, but since you said salt and pepper, we'll do a little salt. That might have been more than a little. I'm not a big salt guy, so that's why I wasn't thinking that. I love pepper though. So for now, we're going to work on sauteing. I tell you what, we're going to be efficient, okay? Because if this was my own restaurant, I can't take 2 hours to prepare and cook one dish when I got customers waiting. So this isn't a restaurant. I can take a little more time than that. But we don't want it to take all day, so but do Tank Lip New York style. Yeah, New York. So this particular bag of spinach, I mean, I could stovetop it, but I'm gonna microwave it. I think. Let's see what it says here. You just gently separate the stuff in the bag. Microwave on high for 5 to 6.5 minutes. So while I'm sauteing the onions, I want to be efficient, and I'm gonna get the spinach going in the microwave here. So we've got the spinach going now 5 minutes and 30 seconds in the microwave, and about by the time that's done, I think these onions should be ready too. All right, so I wasn't paying super close attention, and I had the onions browning on a high heat. The problem with that is some of the onions got real brown real quick, and then some of them are barely cooked. I wasn't like super efficient with that part of the process. So I've lowered the heat for the onions down now to a medium heat, and I try to get most of them brown. I call it like caramelizing the onions. So we're still on that. Yeah, you can kind of see what happened here. Actually, I don't think the camera's really showing it. We've got, I'll just tell you in case you can't see. You got some onions got brown real quick like that, and then you got some onions that are more like that. So I lowered the heat. It's fine, we'll use all of them. And I've got several different mixing bowls, but I like this magenta colored mixing bowl. Get like pink for that pink eye. When you look at the food, you're like, oh, caught you in the eye, lip. You can't turn your back on the audience. Why? What did I do wrong, Willis? Hey, I'm sorry. I was busy there for a second. I'll stay focused. But listen, I got my magenta mixing bowl. So, this is going to be for the eggs. So for the egg type, I mean, I suppose some people like, you know, when you're mixing like dough for a cake, you just put the raw egg in the dough and you mix it up, and it's not like scrambled eggs. But I want to do some like scrambled eggs for the egg part of this casserole slash quiche. I want it to have that scrambled egg type appeal going on, and then when it's all the ingredients are mixed into the casserole dish, then it's just a matter of heating it and baking it and fusing all the different ingredients together. But I want it to have that kind of like scrambled egg thing you get like at a Panera quiche, like a Sunday morning, like before they stop serving the quiche at 10 or 11 in the morning, that like kind of egg type thing. So I'm gonna mix the eggs in here and get them into the mixture that you would use for scrambled eggs, and in a separate pan, or maybe I'll even use the same pan that I'm sauteing the onions. I'll get the onions dumped out, rinse the pan, dry it off, and then I'll scramble the eggs in this. But let's get the eggs in here. So there's 2 eggs so far, so we're gonna go, you guys can see me, something like that. Boom, 1 egg. Put the shell in the egg in the sink there. 2. Get 2, at least 2 more eggs. I'm thinking we're gonna, for a 6 cheese casserole, who thinks we should use at least 6 eggs? I'm thinking that makes sense. But we'll try to make sure there's no other ingredients that are the number 6, because then you got a 666 casserole, and I don't rock with the devil. I'm not trying to make this a satanic fucking casserole. So that's 3 eggs, 4 eggs, 5 eggs. Willis, you're the cook. You should be doing this cooking show. You know better than me. You're like the real chef. I'm just Tank Lip doing a chef's skit. And there you go with that. So we'll get a fork. If I have any clean ones. I kind of need to do the dishes. All right. We've got 1 fork. It could be a little cleaner than that. Kelly, what's up? All right, so we're going to get them ready to scramble. So we're going to mix them up like that. You guys see how the arm looks when you do that? Looks good right there, right? I like that look. I'm making a turkey as you... Oh, nice. Willis, we need to get together. It's been a minute. All right, so that's all ready right there. You can, let's just see. All right, we got the eggs in there. All right, so that's ready to go. And for the scrambling, the onions are probably burnt by now. I wasn't as unfortunate. The onions actually are kind of burnt / caramelized. We'll show you that. All right. So it's for flavor, guys, and this isn't a restaurant. So, all right. So we're gonna actually might as well just put them in the casserole dish. I'm thinking. So there's that. There's not much oil to drain out. The onions have basically absorbed the vegetable oil, so I mean there's a little bit of oil in here. I'll just be careful to not get it into the casserole dish. I don't think it's necessary to have that kind of grease in there, but we'll get all the onions out. They don't all want to come out for some reason. I love onions. The reason why onions are going in this is because onions are my secret ingredient to every great dish that I cook. So this was getting onions. If I didn't have the onions as leftover ingredients, I was going to Publix and getting the onions before even attempting this. It is what it is. Listen, never question a man, with a kitchen knife, that his arms look like this when he holds it. Never, never. So, okay. I'm going to use the same pan that I just dumped the onions out of it. I'm going to scramble the eggs in it. Why not? Sometimes I actually will make either an omelet with the onions and eggs all in one pan, or eggs, if not an omelet, eggs and onions in one pan. So why not? What am I making again? It's a casserole, but I'm getting some of the ingredients, prepped before that. So now I'm going to I got the pan and the egg mix, and there we go. We're going to scramble the eggs now. which shouldn't take too long because honestly, the pan's already hot from the onions. So, Willis, you'll see it'll come together, buddy. All right, so you see the eggs are, they're brown like that because the onions were just in this pan, so that's what you're seeing there. But there'll be some tasty scrambled eggs actually with that onion flavor in there. There, Willis, I'm trying not to turn my back. All right, so I'm going to turn the heat off there because these are basically done now. Not to mention they're gonna cook in the oven when it's baking. All right. So I'm going to take this here, and now you see we have the casserole dish already has the onions. All right. So bear with me for a second. All right, I'm back. I'm just dumping the eggs in there with the onion. All right, so there's that. So now we have the egg and onion in the casserole dish. So at this point, I'm going to take the cream of onion soup. All right, makes sense. You got onion, and then the cream of onion soup kind of just complements it. Or just, it's adjacent to it. It just, for Jason. It makes sense, like, to keep that onion taste going. I would rather use cream of onion, okay, for a dish that has onion in it versus like a cream of celery soup, the same way I use cream of broccoli soup for my broccoli casserole the other day. That's just, it seems organized, it seems like it makes sense. So we'll open the can and use that fork there, scoop out the cream of onion soup there. All right, so empty can there. But why not? Another cream of onion. So we'll open it. Boom, done. Tank Lip style. Get that second can in there. Scoop it all out. Could use a spoon, but just had the fork out, so why not? Yes, it did have raw egg on it, but this is, the eggs are already cooked, okay, the scrambled eggs. And if there was like a little remnant of like some raw egg on this fork, it's all baking in like 400 something degrees in the, or 350 degrees in the oven. So it doesn't matter. I mean, when I bake cookies, there's raw egg in the cookie dough. You follow what I'm saying? So I'm not going to get caught up in the fork having a little, you know, a little thing of raw egg in there. So every good cook's got to keep a clean kitchen. So we'll take this and throw this stuff in the garbage. And now the spinach. Remember, we were heating up the spinach, so we're going to get that now. That's done. You got to open it. It says cut right here, so I don't need to cut it. Okay, just pull. All right, and there's spinach. See it? spinach in there, and we're going to dump it in the casserole thing there. And then we're going to throw this out. All right, so come with me. All right. So now we've got the cream of onion soup, the egg, the onion, the spinach, and we're gonna mix it around a little bit. All right, we're gonna get everything kind of going together at this point. Looks good, right? All right, but we're not done. Remember, we got that nice leftover honey baked ham, so we gotta tear some of that. I'm gonna wash my hands because, you know, I may have a little raw egg, so I'm not trying to cross-contaminate my silverware and stuff and everything else I touch, because those things do go back in the cabinet. So, but you know, an empty can of soup, to throw that in the garbage, I didn't need to wash my hands. That might have had some egg, but at this point, we'll keep it clean. And that's good for that. Wait till you see my perfect season. My house smells so good right now. I bet, Willis, good. I want to see a video or a picture of that. So I'm going to tear some ham. So there's one piece right there. Honey baked ham right off the thing there. So I'm going to break them up into little pieces. All right. There's that. Some more ham. Break them up into pieces, but not too small. They'll be nice chunks. What do you all think so far of this creation? I mean, an effective way to use some leftovers and ingredients, no? So, got that. Using a decent amount of ham, nothing too crazy. But I think like a good balance compared to the amounts of the other ingredients. I haven't measured this. I'm just kind of doing it, freestyling the amount of ham. But I think, here, I'll show you. Let me wash my hands again, so I don't get this ham on my phone. So there's that. And I need to get over here to get a paper towel. Let me show you what we're working with here so far. So we've got something like that so far. All right. Now we haven't put the cheeses in. So remember, 6 cheese. So we've got the feta, unopened feta. Let me get a spoon or something to scoop that. No spoons there. All right. Well, I guess we're sprinkling with hand, so we'll do it that way. So sprinkle a little feta. I'm not going to use the whole container. There's that. And then, let me rinse this. All right, so rinse the fork there. Just, I mean, honestly, look how I had this big thing of ricotta cheese, and look how much I used really on my casseroles. I'm just going to use a little bit. I don't know if you can see. There's just a little bit missing. I used some in my broccoli casserole the other day. my broccoli, cheese, and rice casserole. I mean, I barely put a dent in this. And I'm going to use about the same amount, like 2, not even heaping scoops, just a nice scoop there and a nice scoop there. I'm going to do another mix around for this stuff, so it'll mix in when I do that. So that's 2 of the cheeses, and then we've got the 4 cheese blend here. So that's 6 things of cheese, 6 different cheese flavors. I got that. And Sargento is a nice brand, but it don't really matter. And dump that in there. So let me just show you what we're working with now. All right. So I haven't mixed it in, but obviously we got the spinach, the ham, that's the ricotta, the 4 cheese blend, the feta crumbles are mixed in there. So we're gonna just do like a mix around here and just get everything kind of mixed together. You see the onions are in there. Okay, so for a little extra, I mean, there's so much nice ingredients and flavors already in there. I could basically just top the fried onion container on it, you know, just flatten it out a little bit and then put it in the oven and we're basically ready to go. But I want to just season the top. Whatever I've got here in the casserole dish, I want to season the top of it lightly with basically each seasoning I have here. So I'm going to use a little bit of garlic powder. That's the first thing. Same way onion, like actual onion pieces, is like my secret ingredient for all my dishes. Garlic powder, probably my secret seasoning. For all my dishes get garlic powder. So no secret now. So a little like that. And that's good on the garlic powder. A little more onion powder. Now remember, I didn't use the onion powder on the onions like I sometimes do, but the actual dish at this point is getting some onion powder. So there. Now, I suppose I could have probably done the seasonings and then mixed the dish together with all the seasonings. In fact, I may still do that. That probably makes more sense than just have a layer of seasonings on top. That may not make as much sense as it, you know, maybe doing one more mix once all these seasonings are on. So then we got chipotle. Gives it a nice kick. So some of that. So we've done garlic powder, onion powder, chipotle, little paprika, which basically almost looks, if they weren't labeled, I wouldn't be able to tell the paprika from the chipotle. A little pepper, black pepper. And a little salt. All right, I'll show you what we got. All right, looks good so far, right? So there's that. If you're first tuning in, listen, this doesn't happen overnight. You gotta eat well. All right? And cooking, this is my workout for the day. Some shit like that. We'll go like that and we'll pretend we're working out. All right, so I'm gonna give it one more mix. Now that it's got all those seasonings, rather than just bake it with the layer seasonings, I'll give it one more mix. So everything in there is getting mixed with the seasonings. Nice. Nice. Manja, manja. Then we got, I mean, you probably don't even need to do this, a quiche. Usually like a quiche like this, if you went to Panera, you're not getting it with fried onions on top. But at the same time, I don't have like a phyllo dough or some type of dough where it's an actual quiche. So my fried onions become like my dough. So I could call this like a quiche. But really, this is another secret ingredient. All my casseroles get a can of fried onions like this. So dump it on top there. And then spread it out over the stuff in the casserole dish. And you got something like that. So what we got. So it's looking like that. And for a little color and a little kick, some paprika, all right, on top. All right, that's for presentation, and it gives a little kick or a taste for that first bite, when you first bite into it. All right, so you got something like that. Now we're gonna go over here and bake, and it's preheating. It's preheating at 350 degrees, and I'll wait a couple moments and before putting in the dish. But that's basically it. You got it. I'm gonna bake it for like, you know, approximately 20 to 30 minutes, I'll say 25, 30 minutes, and you got your casserole. All right, tank lip, peace.